was Mr. Feri, the CEO of STUCO. It's a good thing he's not a politician. Before I continue, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Island Secretary of St. Eustatius, Ms. Malvern. Darkside, can you please stand, because there's a lot of people who don't know who you are. Yes, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Gala, the chair lady. Yes, please. Mr. Oscar Williams. Mrs. Christina Glover. Timber Glover. Martin Den Blanco. Yes, those are the board members of STUCO. I think it's important that you know who they are, so when there's a problem, you know who to beat. I also would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Jason Rogers, the ex-chairman of STUCO. Can you please stand, Mr. Rogers? All right, tonight we're gonna have a good time. Like I said earlier, please don't be stuck up. You know, be free. Walk around, enjoy yourselves this evening. At this time, I would like to call on Mr. Jason Rogers, the ex-chairman of STUCO, to give a speech.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Protocol has been established, hence it permits me to continue on addressing you here this evening. As Mr. Fleming has indicated that when acknowledging the board members, you know who to beat when things are not going well. Now, I hope that you paid attention. He indicated that I am the ex-chairperson. So you know who not to beat when things are not going well. I recall that it was actually in the fourth quarter of 2013 that I was just coming. Thank you. I recall it was actually the fourth quarter of 2013. I was just coming from court, one of my court sessions. I recall very vividly it was a divorce proceedings. And as I got to my office, I got a telephone call. It was a call from a 318 number, and I thought, okay, it's from back home. When I answered the call, I heard this gentleman on the other line, on the other end of the line, indicating, Mr. Rogers, this is Commissioner Zandan. You're called upon to serve your island. I then paused, and I said, good afternoon, Mr. Commissioner. In what capacity? Indicated that the intention to incorporate STUCO as per January 1st, 2014, and he indicated that they were actually looking for board members. And he asked me if I would be interested in actually serving on the board of STUCO. While he asked me if I would be interested in serving on the board, the tone of his voice actually indicated to me that I don't have a choice. I immediately obliged and indicated that yes, I am willing to serve on the board of STUCO, a new company. The challenge will be great, and therefore that's my way of serving my island. I told him I look forward for further information on that. As per January 1st, 2014, I commenced with my tenure on the board. I was first served under the great leadership of Mr. Ivan Burkle, the first ever chairperson of STUCO. And later on, I ended up actually holding the helm of this organization, of this company, as the chairperson. It was 6 years of hard work, 6 years of dedication, and 6 years that I actually enjoyed doing. I've learned a lot, not only by the matters, the dossiers that were brought towards us, but also by Mr. Twich himself, the technical part. As you know that I am not a technical person, I have a legal background, so it took even more out of me to understand the whole jargon of the business, which was a challenge, but I made it my own. Now, electricity, during the 6 years that I was on the board, I've actually had the pleasure, and it was a distinct privilege, that we have actually seen 2 phases of the solar park phase 1 and solar park phase 2. We boast now today a state-of-the-art solar park of 4.1 megawatts. Kilowatts, ladies and gentlemen. Megawatts, I'm sorry. I told you I'm not technically inclined. Now, that, as you see, that with that 4.1, we actually draw the attention of many green-minded persons within the Caribbean and also internationally who has interest in our state-of-the-art solar park. With that, 2020 being the year of the vision, I would like to implore and impel upon the government, this administration of Statia, to look into a 10-year plan and making St. Eustatius a green energy island and go for green tourism. We have that potential. Let's work towards that. Now, of course, although I live in St. Martin, I have very much contacts here in Statia. My family is here. My friends, I have some friends here still too. And I also know I have my ears and my ears and my eyes on the ground. And with that no saying, I hear your cry when you indicate that the utility prices, at least electricity prices, are high. Contrary to popular statements that you would have heard, it is not management, nor is it the supervisory board that set the tariffs. I repeat, it is not management or the supervisory board that set the tariffs. Nevertheless, the STUCO actually engaged in dialogues with the ACM as well as the Ministry of Economic Affairs to ensure that there are affordable electricity prices for you, the people. While it is so that we focus a lot on electricity, we also have water. Water, as Mr. Kuvale has indicated, is also one of our focus points. Do note that STUCO, even when I was here, and it will also continue doing so, that water remains one of our focus. Of course, STUCO would not be the company it is without you, the employees. We are very grateful, and of course, for your valuable help with your contribution towards the company, and also by extension, contribution to your island. Without you, the company would not be what it is today. And I look back on your hard work that you've actually done right after the Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria, that you've picked up and ensured that each and every home worked hard until each and every home had electricity. For that, I commend you. Ladies and gentlemen, this company is run by a CEO, as you know, that I've just addressed you. Mr. Kuvale, it was actually a distinct privilege to get to know you and work with you for the past 6 years. There have been highs and there have been lows. I've been present by all, thankful that there were many more highs than there were lows. But I have also seen that you have been able, even though during the low time, you've been able to stand and rise above the fray and maintain your composure and also your professionalism and ensuring that the task, the job has been done. For that, I commend you and keep on doing your good work. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave here tonight without any sort of regrets. As a matter of fact, I leave you here tonight with full comfort. Comfort knowing that the foundation that I, together with so many others, have helped build, that it will continue to be strong enough to continue to build upon, because I'm leaving it in good, capable hands. In capable hands of my previous colleagues who are members now, Mr. Martin Damblanca. Mr. Martin Damblanca, I've worked with you since January 1st, 2019 when you joined the board, with you in your previous capacity as one of the CEOs of one of the water companies in the Netherlands. You have brought that experience to the board to ensure that our water, that the whole water issue that we're having, that we can be able to basically make it better in terms for the people of Statia. Thank you for that. Since the summer of 2019, I've actually also was joined on the board by Mr. Oscar Williams. Mr. Oscar Williams, I know you also as well, and it's also a privilege working with you. what you bring to the board, of course, is your experience working as an actuary, your actuarial science background, working at the General Pension Funds in St. Martin. You are a man that basically a man of figures, finances. You basically, that's what you're bringing to the board with that experience, and you're a very analytical person and also practical. You're going to do well on the board as well. We also have our very own Mrs. Christina Timber Glover. Mrs. Christina Timber Glover joins the board as for January 1st, 2020. You are no stranger to the island. You are a daughter of the soil. You are an educator by profession, and everybody knows you as a community-minded person. You're well known in the community. You bring a lot to the board as well, and as such, you are joining the board and you are representing the consumers on the board. You are the ears and eyes of the board here on station as well. For that, you're welcome, and I have no doubts that you're going to do very well here on the board as well. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I have also been joined on the board as of the summer of last year by Ms. Vidala Clarina, who will be my successor. Ladies and gentlemen, STUCO is an equal opportunity organization. As you see, we have 2 women on the board, and now we have a female that will be leading the board, the supervisory board of directors. Contrary to what some certain people may think, females are also in the line of technique, of technical. I dare to say Migdala Clarinda will be the first, not only the first female chairperson of the supervisory board of STUCO, but also within the Netherlands Antilles, serving as a chairperson of any supervisory board of directors of a utility company in the Netherlands Antilles. I have traveled in my capacity as chairperson of STUCO. I've traveled together with Mr. Kuble to their various meetings and also different conferences here in the Caribbean and also in Miami. And I can tell you that the females being on the board and also holding such a position, it is very seldomly so. So I probably, Mr. Kuble can correct me if I'm wrong, probably maybe even the first female. Exactly, that's what I was going to say. The very first female chairperson of the Supervisory Board of Directors in the whole Caralet. So for that, Ms. Vidala, you have big shoes to fill actually, being the first, but also in a male-dominated world. Knowing you, and I've known you for many years, I'm pretty sure that you can actually take on this task. Ms. Vidala actually has a legal background, and Ms. Vidala Clarina, she has been the SG, the Secretary General of the Council of Advice in St. Martin. She's currently on the Council of Law Enforcement of St. Martin, and she advises various organizations on St. Martin in a legal perspective as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to actually end by indicating that the old people always say there's a time to come and a time to go. And my time to go has now come. And with that, I would like to wish you a very, very good evening. May God bless you, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, in choosing a song for this evening, I thought that I would choose something that's motivational. The year is still pretty young, and if you're anything like me, you've probably broken like 3 resolutions already. And so I thought I'd sing this song as a motivation for a growing company like STUCO, growing in technology, and also for us as we regroup and really try to do the things that we want to do this year. The song I'm going to sing is well known, I Believe I Can Fly. And if you believe it, you can fly. So my prayer and wish is for everyone that this year, whatever you desire to do, that you fly.
soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh yeah, yeah, yes. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes the silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in love we must achieve. But first it's gotta start inside of you and me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. Yes. Oh, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. Oh, I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Think about it every night and day and day and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through and through and through that open door. I believe I can fly, yeah, yeah. I believe I can fly. With God's help, I can do all things. But I know He told me if I can mount up on wings of eagle, if I can run and not be weary, and if I can walk and never, 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 never faint, I can fly away. I can fly. I can fly. If I just spread my wings, spread my wings, spread my wings, spread my wings, I can
That was beautiful. Can you please give them another round of applause? I honestly believe that I can fly. I also believe my light bill is too high. I believe everybody was served. Was everybody already served? As we want to do the toast, I would like to call on Mr. Alright, sorry about that. I would like to call on Miss Migdalia Kaginda, the new chair lady, the new chairwoman of STUCO's board. Miss Migdalia.
Can you hear me? Yes. Good evening. protocol has been established, so I can go right in it. I didn't order the song, but I believe I can fill those big shoes or the big void that has been created. So tonight, a lot of parts of my speech were taken away by previous speakers. But nevertheless, I do want to mention a couple of things. I want to reinforce certain key matters that are important for the functioning of STUCO, and to build that trust that is needed, that mutual trust within all the parties that play a role to make STUCO do what it has to do. So therefore, I first want to thank the confidence and trust vested in me by Mr. Kouvelet, by Mr. Rogers, by my fellow board members, Oscar, Martin, and Christina. Roland is not here, but he had other commitments, and also Mr. Franco, who you heard already, he's leaving, but he had a passion to make sure that STUCO is left in good hands, so he made sure to select the people who he thought were, fitting the profiles that he had in mind, and he had a serious commitment to STUCO in order to make it grow and be strategically out there and so it can function as it should. So I saw him on my way from St. Martin to Statia, and I thanked him, and I told him that it was a sad situation that he couldn't be here, but he has to attend to other things, which is understandable. And I just want to thank him for his trust and confidence. And then as STUCO being an envy, I believe, and I think it's good to mention in here that it's not only the responsibility of the board of directors, so you don't have to be them all. I believe there's 4 pillars that make it work, that make the company STUCO, while it establishes its strategic goals, to make it function. The 4 pillars, in my opinion, are as follows. You have the supervisory board of directors, which is required to supervise the managing board in order to make sure that the strategic goals are accomplished. And we also look at the legal framework and risk assessment matters. And then you have the managing board, who looks and sees to it that all the strategic objectives are met with the assistance of all the employees. So your valuable contribution and your continued support is valued and appreciated. And I also believe that the employees are STUCO, and STUCO is the employees. Without employees, you cannot have a functioning STUCO. The third pillar in my opinion, is the shareholders. So therefore, Mr. Franco's successor, I hope that he will have the same mentality and the mindset to have the interests of STUCO at heart in order for us to be able to accomplish all that is necessary. And we cannot do anything without financials. So therefore, the ministries also play an important role in the various subsidies that are given and granted in order for us to meet the demands, the economic growth that is happening in Statia, such as the Golden Rock Resort, and even the increase in demand for water and electricity for climate change. You've noticed a couple of months ago it was kind of drier, so maybe some people are more needy of not a cistern but a water line just in case. So we are committed to making sure that, as Fred Kouvelet previously indicated, that the water issues which we are experiencing in 2020 are going to be resolved as soon as possible. So with that said, I'm really looking forward to the support and the commitment by all the 4 pillars in order for us to work further on doing what needs to be done for the people of Statia via STUCO providing reliable and continued water and electricity services too. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Miss Gala. Clarinda. That's a nice name. Miss Gala. Clarinda. Say Yepa. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the song that Vashti did just now was so nice. So I would like to call her and do another song for us, please. Have a problem with that? That's a good shot. In the meantime, you will be served so that we can do the toast right after the song.
And this song is Respect. Now, most of us know that song. And it's really, I guess, most men feel it's a lady song, right? Yeah? Can I say that? Y'all feel that way, right? But I mean, it goes both ways, respect, right? So I don't want you to feel that way. So if you know it, clap along. Somebody say no. Clap along and sing along with respect.